On a guess, lend me your ears. Long has our Fevrimon suffered, without a true monarch to guide her and her people. Decades have passed since last His Majesty Erland sat atop the Draken throne. Long have we endured, yet it has not been for naught. At last, the bell has tolled on the age of the Council. At last, we may celebrate the coming of our rightful ruler. The return of the Sovereign.
My word! Such an inspiring visage.
Your Majesty shall have my eternal fealty.
Your Majesty, oh how long I have awaited this moment.
Behold, before you sits the rightful inheritor of the Draken throne, chosen by the dragon as its enemy. Behold and rejoice! Fortune has delivered us our savior at last! At last! Praise be, for only the Sovereign's guidance can lead us true. All hail the Sovereign! All hail! Let all present pledge their allegiance to the Sovereign. Let us be united in the hope that our liege's reign will ne'er end. Long live the Sovereign of Vermont! Long live the Sovereign!
Arisen, thou who wouldst slay the dragon, if thou seekest to behold this world in its true aspect, abandon thy reason. Cast aside thine heart and thy life both. I ask thee to demonstrate thy will, for naught but thine ambition can alter the course of the rivers of fate.
Now, which one of you was it? No need to be shy. I've just got to take down a record of your name and face. Come on, step forward. Is it you? No? It is hard to say. If the pawn I'm looking for, are you the one then? Speak up, you good-for-nothing pawns! Which of you is it? Is it you? No. Ah, it must be you. You've got an arrogant look about you. Aha! I thought I recognized you. I ill like that look in your eyes. 'Tis queerly brazen for a pawn. Most of your kind have eyes blank as a cadaver's. Mayhap 'tis only natural, seeing as how you rise from the dead. There's aught different about you, though. Could it be that you fear death just as we mortals do? Worry not, vessel. 3 days here, and you'll be longing for death's sweet embrace. Come along, you feckless dullards.
Wait for the equipment to come in.
Got anything to spare?
Naught I can do but wait for death to claim me.
I'd not linger here.
What do you think you're up to, layabout? Get a move on!
Don't look at me that way. I've no need of your pity.
Do your injuries pain you? Pray, do not overexert yourself. This is no place for one of your ilk. 'Tis harsh beyond measure. Even we pawns are pushed to the brink. You ought not anger the overseer. Let us proceed to the site. I do not understand how 'tis they compel us. There is no...
Who's this? What do you want with me?
Just another day, same as the one afore it. There's aught watching me.
Time for you to get to work.
You are prepared to work. Then you ought begin by carrying stones out from the station in the back and bringing them here.
My knees have been acting up of late.
The vicinity is quite cluttered. Pray leap. Oh, or that poses a hindrance to you.
A job well done. Now the next step is to... What is this commotion? Perhaps we ought to investigate.
Don't let them get the best of you!
cost of your lives!
Get me out of here! Now!
Observe your foes carefully. Attack as the situation demands. Shields offer welcome protection from attacks. Boulders, barrels, and the like can make effective weapons whenever combatant. When delivering targeted strikes, I would recommend clinging to your weapon.
Are you unharmed?
You ought flee while you can. After all, your charge awaits you. You cannot linger in this place forever. You have lost your memories. It is surely the work of a fell curse, but worry not. You need only believe in your own destiny, Arisen.
Son it. The accursed creature escaped.
Oh, you! Get back here! Quickly!
This way, Arisen! Come this way. Let us flee.
You must, John. That is the order.
No one could survive a fall from this height. Not even a pawn.
Don't just stand there! Shoot it down! It's getting away! Bring it down! Bring it down!
Go now, lost soul. Learn all you can of this world you must protect.
Keep your distance, Arisen. Worry not for me. The brine may swallow me whole, but I will not perish. There is a stone not far from here, known as a rift stone. Pray, seek it out. If you're truly the Arisen, then our paths will surely cross again.
Oi! Are you all right? What happened here? A griffin appears one moment and falls the next. And now you stand before me. Was it you then? The one who was riding on its back? 'Tis a wonder you survived. Accompany me to the stronghold. We'll treat your wounds and hear your story. This'll be a right mess to clean up. Who knew there'd be a cavern round here? Mayhap we ought to investigate. Once the corpse has been removed, of course. Mayhap we ought to invest.
A single bolt from a ballista. And well aimed at that. Must be one of Sir Leonard's from out of Melve. Can't imagine anyone else capable of such a feat.
Still, I can hardly believe it. A griffin of all things here. Add to that the recent dragon sighting. 'Tis said that the arrival of the Sovereign portends an age of peace, yet only trouble has followed. What does it all mean? I had thought being in the Border Watch would make for easy work, but the wind's beginning to blow in a fell direction. Where exactly is this jail you say you escaped from, anyway? I've never heard of such a place. There's certainly naught like that here in Vermont. Could it be you were held in the neighboring country of Batal? Nay, I suppose that's unlikely. We've been estranged from Batal ever since the war. It is difficult to imagine any citizen of Vermont being sent there. Fine! Goblins! Let's take up your weapons, sir. You'll be needing it. If you find your strength light, imbibe a curative or have a bit of green charge. When one of the things comes for you, best guard or dodge. Make sure you soar on the morrow. Make use of the slope. It will give you an advantage against their ranks. Employ guarded attacks to get the enemy to flinch. Grander attacks are more destructive, but will leave you vulnerable. There are oft items to be scavenged from the bodies of monsters and their ilk. If you're not squeamish about picking at their bones, that is. Have you beheld the dragon as yet? I've not, and I count that a blessing. All I know for sure. Where are you going? I'll not force you to receive treatment, but I'd at least like a word.
Welcome, Arisen. We pawns have long awaited your arrival.
What is this? Pawns? They bend the knee to you so readily, but then... No. Surely you cannot be the Arisen.
You seek the Riftstone, do you not? We can take you to it. Pray. Come this way. Before you stands a Riftstone. Tis a gate by which we of the Pawn Legion may cross o'er into this world. Pray, summon your pawn. Simply paint with your mind's eye the loyal attendant whom you would have serve you.
The people here are evacuated and safe, for the moment. Pawns are known as crossers of the rift, for we are able to connect to and traverse other realms beyond this one. When we return, it is our duty to use our experiences and the knowledge we have gained to aid you on your journey, Arisen. From this day forth, I shall serve you as your loyal pawn, and aught I learn beyond the rift will be at your disposal.
Well, I'll be. A pawn summoning before my very eyes. You truly are the Arisen, then. Strange. I thought the Arisen was in the capital. Surely there's only meant to be one Arisen. Fie, this is all beyond my ken. The Watchhead would know what to do, I'm sure. Though, as luck would have it, he's away. I suppose we'll save any further questions till the Watchhead returns. You're free to do as you like afore then. What? You've no memories, you say? Mayhap you could make for Melve, then. 'Twas set upon by the dragon not long ago. The Arisen is said to bear some deep connection to the dragon. Should you be Arisen, mayhap you'll recall aught of import there.
Oh. Dear.
Hail, Arisen. Pray, ask aught you wish to know. I shall answer, if 'tis within my power to do so. Nomads, we are oft called. Born in other worlds, we travel here by means of the riftstones that we might aid you, Arisen. However, I cannot speak as to our true nature, for I know of it not. None of us do. We do not need to. We merely do as we are commanded. Riftstones are gates that connect this world to a multitude of others. By their power have we crossed into this world, and when our mission is done, by their power shall we return to our own. 'Tis the name given to fate's chosen, those destined to command the Pawn Legion and safeguard the world from the threat of the dragon. Even with your memories lost to you, I am afraid you cannot escape your fate. Very well. May fortune speed you on your way, Arisen.
If you are in need of aid, pray say the word. Might you be looking to enlist?
I've a knack for gathering items and am ever on the hunt for new finds. I'll gladly try out any useful mechanisms I espy.
Hail, Arisen. Pray, very well.
I shall be proud to serve you, Arisen. Tis a pleasure to meet you.
You are wise indeed to have sought my aid.
I see you recognize my worth, Arisen. I suppose I should consider myself honoured to serve. Ah, good. I see the Arisen's found someone to handle our busy work.
"'Tis a pleasure to meet you." "'Twill be an honor to serve by your side."
As I understand it, 'tis boorish to speak when you've naught to say, so I shall hold my tongue. 'Tis not brawn and might that win the day, but deft fingers and a light step. As I I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently. Let us work together to honor the Arisen's trust. Are you so eager to chat with me? I thought we did enough of that on the road.
I shall heal you at once. Wait a moment.
If I learn of a matter that requires your attention, I shall inform you directly. Where ought we to go now? Is there aught this pawn might do for you? I'll serve with redoubled vigor this day.
Is there aught this pawn might do for you? I've nothing to report as yet. Was there something you needed? Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Ah, excellent find.
Can't expect to fare so well every
I don't much care who you are. I'm busy enough with my own goings on. Aye. Is there aught you require, sir?
Hoy there. You seem well tired. Tell you what, You can stay here tonight free of charge. I'll expect coin from tomorrow, mind. My pa always used to say, there's naught a good night's sleep can't fix. Not much else I can offer, I'm afraid, but you'll find all sorts at a finer inn. Aye, being armed is better than being defenseless, even if you're untrained. Still, 'tis worth devoting yourself to a vocation if you can. Opens up new doors, it does. You should stop by the inn in Melve if you get the chance. No hard feelings if you prefer it. They've much more to offer. Aye, being armed is better than being defenseless, even. You should stop by the inn in Melve if you get the chance.
I have no issue falling asleep, even at this time of day. Newfound strength courses through. You? 'Tis good to see.
There's no discipline that steadfast devotion cannot teach. I know of nothing that demands your immediate notice.
I've beds to spare if you're looking for lodgings. And if you'd like to change your vocation, come see me anytime. Always a pleasure.
You are wise indeed to have sought my aid.
Stepped in it.
Look, Master. A treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Them nobles do nothing but guzzle sweetmeats and ale.
Fancy a gander? I've fine goods for sale. Would that the gold would only rain down on my head. Always a pleasure.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
Is there aught you require?
Are you looking to speak with Severin? Good luck. He brooks no chatter with us during training, and makes for home the second our drills are done. I'm not quite sure where his house is, though I've gathered 'tisn't near here. Doubt he'd tell me, even if I asked.
Here in Vermont, pawns are revered as servants of the Arisen. But not so here in Batal. There, they believe that some divine flame will protect them and dispel the dragon, and that pawns embody misfortune. In that regard, our countries couldn't be more different.
We're not allowed to talk during missions, sir.
There's no easy thing. Making a living is so...
Now I've gone and stepped in it.
I'm nodding off where I stand.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
If you're playing at Arisen in search of preferable treatment, you'll be sorry. Your head is like to roll ere long.
Hail! You a soldier? 'Twould be a surprise to see you arrive in one piece if not. Hordes of monsters have been plaguing this area of late, you see. We've had to start sending out new recruits to cull them.
Is that so? Who went yonder?
Lachlan. But I dare say he'll fare all right.
Aye, I expect he will. Who was sent out that way then?
Ocado. To be honest, sir, I'm a little worried for him.
What? Weren't harpies reported in that area? The lad can't handle those beasts on his own.
This is the first I'm hearing of it. Fie! I want to go to his aid, but we can't just abandon our posts. Say, you seem stout of heart. Would you be willing to go in our stead? 'Tisn't far, only a short ways out from the main gate. You've my thanks. And Ricardo's as well, I'm sure.
We ought not to dawdle when our aid is sorely needed.
Do not test me.
I've not the time for your prattling. Bothersome.
Best quality a soldier can have.
Well met.
Beg pardon, sir, but I'm on duty at present.
Really now, you mustn't shirk your duty. Lest you forget, 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
So, I'm begin to get. Hey, Arisen? If that cannot be avoided, it is fight or die.
That was superb, Arisen.
Must we run everywhere? You are an impatient one, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up.
Well, right where it hurts.
Is that all of them? You have my thanks. I do not believe for a moment I could have slain those creatures without your help. I've only just enlisted, and when I thought this could be the end of me, I was paralyzed. You saved me this time, but I won't always be so fortunate. I'll have to train harder, till I've the confidence to face such beasts on my own. Well, I'd best be heading back, but I'll be sure to let my superiors know of your good deed. I hope we meet again someday.
Our results are awaited. What say we make our report?
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
Fascinating.
Hail, friend! Many thanks for aiding Ricardo. 'Twas a relief to see him return, and none the worse for wear.
Aye, that it was. The poor sod might not have made it back alive had you not intervened.
'Twas a bit too early for him to be seeing actual combat. That much was made well clear. We'll be extending his training period. The instructors here are well known for whipping recruits into shape with their grueling regimes.
Speaking of training regimes, I must admit I've half a mind to ask you to join us. We could use someone with your experience.
It's a goodly deed we've done. Now Sir Ricardo can return to his duty in good health.
It was a pleasure to recount such good tidings.
With any luck, the instructors in the training ground here will have Ricardo battle ready ere long.
Methinks the troops will get more...
Fancy a gander? I find goods for sale. Fancy a gander? I find good. For sale. Much obliged.
I do so enjoy stocking up on supplies.
I hope our coin purse...
Well met. Much obliged.
I've beds to spare if you're looking for lodgings, and if you'd like to change your vocation, come see me anytime. Do come again.
There's a ladder here.
We ought to put it to good use.
If you're playing at Arisen,
All their fuss, and nary a coin deserves access to me.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
Excellent. Just what I was hoping for.
We are none of us alike in vocation.
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
Let us utilize our individual strengths wherever possible. Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
We must not let down our guard.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself.
Let it was excellent. I could have done no better. But perhaps you'd like to take care of the remainder.
I have but 2 words for that performance. Utter perfection.
Let us try for the same result with our next attack.
So, this is Melv. The scars left by the dragon's assault are plain to see. Mayhap a walk through the streets would help jog your memory. When the Arisen appears, so too does the dragon. 'Tis an immutable truth of this world.
I quite agree.
Pitiable Arisen.
Well met. If you're looking to buy, just say the word. Pleasure doing business with you.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Browsing was enough to scratch the itch, in my case.
Hast thou forgotten thy destiny, thy charge? That is most unfortunate. But it doth not release thee from thy fate. arisen. Charge and all.
Can you hear me, sir? Sir, stay with me. Thank goodness. How are you feeling? This is the second time I've watched over you like this, isn't it? Pray, save your thanks. 'Tis only just that I should aid you in turn. After all, 'tis only by your courage that I live today. Had you not leapt between me and that dragon, I know you suffered for it. Such ghastly wounds. And I could not hear your heart beating. It was a miracle that you survived. Arisen? I'm afraid I don't understand your meaning. Does it have aught to do with why you were taken to the castle? They said 'twas so that your wounds could be treated, though I fear you have no memory of this either.
I am of the Border Watch. Someone with Arisen-like abilities came to this village, horn in tow. Know you aught of this?
Has he come for you? We are to part so soon, then. Mayhap you will visit me again someday. Till then, take care. Arisen.
Ah, excellent. You must be the one. You match my soldier's description. I'm glad I found you. The ruler of Vermont, currently convalescing in the capital, became arisen here in this very village. If you claim the same, then word must be borne to the capital. I dispatched a missive before coming here, though I doubt the matter can be settled without your presence. Would you be willing to accompany me to the capital? If you truly are arisen, you will be received with open arms. Oh, but forgive me. I scattered my soldiers in a bid to find you. I would not depart without them. We shall have to wait till they are reassembled. Come to think of it, Sir Leonard was asking after you as well. Mayhap now would be a good time to speak with him. Last I saw, he was having a drink at the inn.
Let us speak with everyone we can think of who might know aught of use.
Say, do you think this one's really arisen?
The way I hear it, about a dozen Arisens pulled out of the woodwork at the time of throne and sex.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Ah, excellent find.
I to do? All the best tales come from travelers at the inn.
I'm in fine prep today.
Mayhap I ought to ask around town.
No hurry to leave.
Time to be heading home.
So stiff after
I'll not take that from you.
Don't think I'll stand for this.
What to do?
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. Shall we seek some answers?
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
An impressive view. We can infer much of the lay of the land from here.
'Twould be a good place to take stock of our surroundings.
I suppose 'tis so.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I'm by your side.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
I've got to focus. My shift's only just begun.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Well met. You're the one who saved Ulrika's life, aren't you? She told me all about it. It was a very brave thing you did. I'm in your debt. Ulrika's as good as my daughter. Here, consider this a small token of my gratitude. Now, tell me, are you registered with a guild? Perhaps you already know this, but registering with a guild will grant you access to specialized training, which comes in very useful when pursuing a vocation. Well now, that won't do. You need only speak with the innkeeper to register. Go on, 'twill only take a moment. If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the sword and shield. Fighters favor a balanced approach, excelling in both offense and defense, and can adapt to any situation. I am a fighter myself, and should there come a time when you impress me with your prowess, I might be willing to impart unto you some of what I know. Naturally, it is a vocation for those who seek to master the bow, an exceptionally useful long-ranged weapon. At close range, however, a bow is nary more useful than a walking stick. Aye, the secret to being a successful archer is maintaining distance between you and your foes. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the mystical arts. Magic. Mages can cast a wide array of offensive spells and aid their allies with magical support. However, the more powerful the spell, the longer one must spend incanting it. Thus, a mage is unlikely to last long on the field of battle without allies to protect them. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the dagger. Such blades lack heft, though this grants them the advantage of speed. Thieves favor light armor, which leaves them more vulnerable to attacks than those of other vocations. Their talents depend upon their finesse and ability to compensate for the length of their blade through sheer agility. Should you dedicate yourself to a vocation, you will find that new paths to master will open up to you over time. Try them as you like. Very well. There is no wrong choice in any case. It is entirely up to you which vocation you adopt. But I shan't take up any more of your time. Pray, be well.
Moment long awaited. I knew 'twas only a matter of time before your skills reached a new height.
If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. Very well. There is no, but I shan't take up any more of your time.
Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those who seek. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Always a pleasure.
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The Watchhead's waiting for you.
Who might have the answers we need? Should we ask around?
Didn't you hear me? The Watchhead's waiting. Follow me to the village entrance.
I'll take any chance not to think on my...
This might be worth a read.
Shall we take a closer look?
You really ought to have returned by now.
Oh, have you some business with the apothecary, sir? Dreadful sorry if I was in your way.
Oh, no, I'm not lost or naught, sir. You needn't worry yourself on my account. I'm an apothecary in training, you see. My family runs a little shop in Vernworth.
So when I heard tell of a medicine only to be found in this village, I thought I'd come and fetch some for us. Made the journey all by myself as well.
Well, as luck would have it, I've not enough gold for the medicine. 'Twill be a shame to return empty-handed after coming all this way. But what more can I do? What? You'd do that? You'd get the medicine for me? Suppose there's no harm in that. If you're really sure. Oh, sir, I'd be most grateful.
Seems my luck's not as rotten as I thought. I'll wait right here for your return, sir. And many thanks for your kindness.
We could make the fruit Roborant ourselves, or simply purchase some at Rune's apothecary here in Melv.
I think I get the idea.
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough of that. At me. Did you need something?
Do come again.
All this hustle and bustle puts me right at home.
Work done gracefully. It's work
What's
done
next? Hammer to do. You really ought to have returned by now. Mayhaps it's time I went looking.
Ah, well met. Here for some fruit, Roborant, are we? Between you and me, cuz, they're mighty easy to make. Simple as combining the ingredients, if you know what they are. Between you and me, cuz, they're mighty easy to make. Simple as combining the ingredients. Do come again.
I do so enjoy
Ah, well met. Here for some fruit. Always a pleasure.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some... Oh, well, if you do pick some...
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Do come again.
Ah, well met. Here for some fruit. Always a pleasure.
You ought not tarry, but deliver what we have retrieved post-haste.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit robberant for me? Oh, so this is what it looks like. Brilliant. Many thanks, sir.
I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell Grandfather what you did for us. He'll want to reward you proper like, I'll bet.
Such moments make me proud to serve the Arisen.
Well met.
Looking to make a purchase? Much obliged, sir.
I'll carefully conserve my strength, and in...
Well, you ought not strain yourself, not in your current state. Those burns could easily have killed you outright. I expect 'twill be some time before you fully recover. Well, you ought...
A solitary shard is good for little. We need to seek out more of these, if 'tis to be of use.
We ought to keep it with care, lest we lose it.
Wonder if there's any...
Here at the inn, we also offer... I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me.
Do come again.
You really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for it. That place puts my hairs on it.
Precious little time.
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. That place puts my hairs on it. to befall him, I couldn't live with myself. Now here's a welcome sight.
Hale, if you've a moment to spare, I'd like a word. As you can see, we're rebuilding, a task that can always benefit from another pair of hands. What say you? Would you be willing to help? Excellent. You're a good sort. I'll not soon forget this. Here's what I need from you. A bask of saurians has made their nest outside the village. Though they're yet to cause any harm, their proximity makes the villagers uneasy. I'd like to enlist your aid in driving them away. I've prepared some explosive casks and left them by the village entrance. Use them to send the saurians scattering.
A saurian nest so near the village is worrying indeed. Let us see the explosive casks there as quickly as we may.
You'll find the explosive... If there is aught you wish to know of vacations, mayhap... Very well. There is no... But I shan't take up any more...
Ah, you've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions for you. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Very well. Speak with me once you've finished your preparations.
Is this place bereft of beasts and brigands both?
I'll take the peace and quiet over a horde of enemies any day. Battle is upon us!
Has been... drenched.
Focus your strength, Arisen!
I should be glad to assist you, Arisen.
Well, that appears to have sent some of the beasts reeling, at least. To finish the job, I'd have you drop a jar of poison into their nest. With any luck, the Saurians will realize that they chose a perilous spot and steer clear of the village boundary in future. But pray, take care not to drop it in the river. The villagers use that water on a daily basis. You must make sure your aim is true. Are we clear? Good. You'll find the jars of poison just outside the village. Toss one into the Saurian's nest, and your task is done.
Now we are to throw a jar of poison. Be sure to handle it with care, Master.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Very well. Speak with me once you've finished your preparations.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
By your command, Arisen.
Expertly thrown, Master. I'd wager those Saurians will think twice about nesting here again.
One could not have hoped for a gladder outcome.
Time to be heading.
You've done as I asked, I see. Many thanks for your efforts. And I must say, you've a fine arm. I couldn't have done better myself. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the sense to inherit the skills I possess. Or perhaps 'tis a little early for such talk. In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace. And for that, I'm grateful.
Your diligence has borne fruit at last.
Outstanding.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Good. Then let us be on our way.
Dragon's approach!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. I will protect you.
No! The Arisen has been poisoned! Naught compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Good. Let us make the...
Well fought, Arisen. I dare say, the Arisen have defeated this lot without us.
Outstanding. It shall be done. I am here to aid you, Arisen.
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermund. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet, not all claim it. Our kingdom sees many...
No! The Arisen has been poisoned! Well done.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
This is an obstacle I'd sooner be rid of.
If a ranged attack is needed, you can... count upon my aim. I would gladly be of aid, Arisen.
What is that? A tower? Nay, a statue?
We ought to take a closer look.
Certainly, Arisen. How might I be of aid?
I'll get that for you.
I've a selection of wares that's sure to please. Pleasure doing business with you.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
What am I to do? You really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time.
Stay with me, Arisen. Wait a moment.
Fancy a look at my wares? Do come again. Fancy a look at my wares?
There's a ladder here.
We ought to put it to good...
I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Always a pleasure.
Where to next?
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him.
Well met, sir. How might I... Of service. Always a pleasure.
Well met, sir.
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Do come again.
I shall do as you say.
It's about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
If 'tis discipline your company lacks, I can provide.
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An arisen, by all appearances.
An arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I would make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate. Good. Let us make for the...
Mind, I have time for a citizen in need.
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on.
A common reward. Frustratingly so.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Pawns are a mysterious sort. Some they're said to travel twixt the worlds through those, I'd not mind a journey to...
This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
Surely a rest can wait till after we've examined our surroundings.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combats. Whatever else might be said of me, know that I served you.
I pray my efforts aid your cause.
I have nothing further to add. I hope my magic served you well.
I shall be proud to serve you, Arisen. Restoration and reinforcement are the purview of a mage. You'll be safe in my care, Arisen. Are you fit to travel? Then I pray my efforts aid your cause. Is there aught this pawn might do for you?
I shall be proud to serve you, Arisen. If ever you've need of an ear to listen,
Do let me know if you're in need of aid.
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Come, we've much to be getting on with. Feeling rested, I trust?
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
We must not let down our guard. You're soaked. Do try not to catch cold.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients. No harm in picking a few. Nicely done.
Come, follow my example.
Well said. spotted. Most impressive. Such a thing escaped my master's notice entirely.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
Certainly arisen. How might I be of aid? Fall back, and I will heal you with my magic. Wait a moment.
Must hold out till someone comes to relieve me.
You truly are formidable, Arisen. Exhaust yourself if you keep on like that. That was well fought. In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a treasure chest in this area. Perchance you'd like to see it.
We've got goblins!
I'll pick that up. We might have need of it.
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Look here.
What's this? We're trapped.
Fie! A Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places!
A Cyclops! Hey, be on your guard!
Stay with me. A fine place to harvest.
What's this? We're trapped. Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here, of all places!
Cyclops! Pray, you your part. Really? Now?
We must rally! Panicking will only play to the enemy's advantage.
Fall back! You have my gratitude, sir. 'Twould seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another false arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, take this as a mark of my trust. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. But for your own sake, I recommend you make your way to the capital sooner rather than later.
We are none of us alike in vocation.
I see a ladder yonder. We can't reach it from here. We'll have to get up there and drop it down. I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look. ox carts make for relatively safer travel. Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light. It seems I've collected a few too many things. Perhaps I ought to be more selective in future.
Goblins, Master!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. Stay with me, Lizard. Wait a moment. Avoid flame at any cost, Lizard. You could have been doused in oil. We've got goblins! We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Partial victory, a myriad indeed. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
Truly?